Well, it's still a chilly night here in Greenville. Paul Wright with you, Nate Warwick, my colleague, and chilly perhaps temperature-wise, but not score-wise. 5-0, the Bruins on top, and I mean, they simply have dominated. Look very good.
Yeah, I don't think Tennessee Temple has gotten a single shot on goal yet. They did have a penalty kick opportunity that sailed wide left, but for the most part, the Bruins, I'd say, have controlled it, what would you say, 85–90% of this game, and it has been absolutely all Bruins. Matt Moore, especially at the beginning, was giving them tons of sparks up front, earned a couple penalties that, fouls that weren't penalty kicks, but were just outside the area, set pieces that resulted in goals, starting with Tommy Sims, and then they've just continued on from there. Jordan Allen has one. I think Matt Moore has a couple. And right now the Bruins are, as you said, just absolutely dominating play.
Well, if you like the Bruins, and we know many of you do because that's why you're tuned in, you are having a wonderful time tonight because the Bruins, I've never seen them look better. The Tennessee Temple Crusaders just simply can't do anything with them. The Bruins' speed is dominating. The Tennessee Temple folks they're not fouling on purpose. They're just trying to catch up, and very often that happens. Speed, if you may not be better than the other guy, but if you get there first, you can do it first, and that's what's happening. The Bruins are simply dominating in every category, from athleticism and speed to, of course, a 5-0 score. I would think that if there's anything going to happen, the Tennessee Temple Crusaders are really going to have to come out strong and play a much different game beginning this second half.
I think to me what's been most impressive, even more than the speed the Bruins have shown, is the excellent control of their passing. I've seen more good one-touch passes this game than I have any other game this season. And that's something that you'll see the top teams do so well. If you watch any professional soccer or anything, just the immaculate control they have on just not even needing to trap it first, just sending it ahead. And I've seen so many good give and goes. And I think Coach McCormick has to be pretty pleased with how his team has performed so far. I mean, there's always things you can improve on, always little areas, especially that one that they've had the one really good opportunity where it slipped through and they almost scored, but a good save by Sandy. That one time was very, very close to scoring. But other than that, defense has been solid. The
Bruins are just playing very well under pressure, and that's good teams are able to do that. And they put themselves in a position to be able to play under pressure because they're attacking well with the ball. But they're precise one-touch balls that they're knocking to a teammate. The runs off the balls are creating those passing lanes in the back at midfield and in all the way forward in the offensive third of the field. Everybody is moving very well to the ball. It's kickoff time here. As soon as the referee presents the ball to the players, I think he has the ball, or is he waiting, looking for one? Yeah, the referee just shagged the ball here, was over under the scorer's table, so he's bringing it on, and away we go. Saw some interesting things that first half, Nate. We saw a red card that after the assistant and the referee talked, the red card was rescinded. I don't believe in 30 years of refereeing I've seen that.
And it was the first time we'd seen a red card pulled at all in one of these games. And they let the foul stand, and the penalty kick was taken, but it was not. He was not shown out of the game. In fact, he is standing at the front now. That was Sunfunmi Ogunbunmi, and he is at the front right now, getting ready to tap it off for the Crusaders. And we are underway with the second half. Bruins, as we said, with a commanding 5-0 lead. See if they can hold on for yet another shutout. It's one point where they had 5 shutouts in a row. That was broken when they played Chowan and won 4-2. And then, of course, they're coming off of that 1-1 tie against Columbia, which they probably would have won if they hadn't been so tired from the Chowan game. But here we go with the takeaway. Coming back the other way, tried to send it forward. Couldn't quite do it. However, getting control here is Allen. Allen sending it to the near side. This is McKissick chasing it down into the corner. He's in a foot race. He gets shoved over, and we are going to have a whistle there. And he throws the ball away into the stands, and that could be a caution. I would think, if for unsporting conduct, if nothing else.
That lad better go over to the referee, or he's going to change it from a yellow to a red.
Yep, there's the yellow. Asiel Fabela carded there, and that was just inexcusable. He gave the shove and chucking the ball afterwards. You don't get much easier of a call for a ref than that, do you?
Well, I've never seen one, but I don't understand the mindset. Well, young boys, do stuff. Young men do things, and I'm sure he regrets it. Hope he does anyway.
So that's the third card we've seen pulled today. That's a high, deep service trying for the header. And I think it actually deflected off of a Tennessee Temple guy. But it will be corralled up by Garley, and he'll throw it away. He had an extremely busy first half. Had some very nice saves, but of course also had the 5 goals that went in on him as well. Now Fan trying to turn and go with it for the Crusaders, sending it over here to this side to Carrillo. Dropping it back and trying to just take his time. By the way, that's a Caesar Carrillo over here on the near side and Kevin Carrillo in the back. I realized I wasn't making that distinction in the first half as there are 2 Carrillos on the field. Here's Beardsley. Sending it forward, nice one touch to Caleb McKissick. And McKissick accidentally kind of had a miscommunication there with Beardsley, coming up trying to do a runaround. Couldn't quite get it to him. Hit up in the air by Ogunbunmi. Now McKissick under control with it. Beardsley trying to switch it into the middle of the field.
Nice chest trap there.
That was very well done by Stair, and he'll get the ball back. Now moving it forward, touched over to Allen. Allen slid in too hard, and play goes on. I think he did get the ball first, just kind of an unfortunate positioning there as he slid all the way through the ball, and it looked legal, just kind of a hard takedown there for Allen. Still playing on.
Very hard tackle, and it looked clumsy, but I didn't see anything illegal, and I think the referee was correct in letting a play go on.
He sends this one forward, trying to get it to Ogunbunmi, and credit Ogunbunmi with doing a good job not running into Sandy, as that would have been a very easy play to run into him, trying to get that loose ball as he was close to it. Credit him with making a smart soccer play there, and good job by Sandy coming out. Headed forward.
Yeah, I think we have Cam Lawson in the goal.
And sorry, while we were getting that correction, we actually scored. Bruins now lead 6-0 on a ball that kind of took a hop, and you're talking about chipping it over the goaltender earlier. That was a perfect example of it right there.
I'm sorry I missed that. I'll have to check the website and see it. I was looking through binoculars to see who the goalkeeper was, and it is Cam Lawson in the goal for the BJU Bruins. John Sandy taking a little break this half.
Yeah, I should have known that because of the light blue shirt and the dark blue shirt, so sorry about that. But it was, if I did see it correctly in the little glimpse of it I saw, I believe Mark Stair was the one who put in goal number 6 for the Bruins. Here not even 2.5 minutes into this second half, and the Bruins are at the scoring again. That was, we talked about earlier, the transition game, and that was a perfect example right there. Went from our half to in the goal in just a few seconds. Very well played by the Bruins. And now that's offside. Yeah, I was going to say there's pretty sure he's offsides, but sure enough, he is going to be whistled for that.
Yeah, the flag went up, and it was a good idea, but it was just 2 yards offside and made it pretty easy for the assistant referee. But again, running straight up the field will get you in trouble every time. Those diagonal runs keep you onside longer, and then when the ball is struck, then you can turn upfield and run to it.
Overly gave it up to Stair. That was a very fine send, but Stair ended up losing it. Good drop back by the Crusaders. As Caesar Curley is going to send it up forward, and some good hustle there. Well defended by Joel Cave. Now let's drop back to Caesar Carrillo. But in the middle, nice one touches there as he gets it over to Fremer.
Yeah, unlucky for number 10 there.
Stair with it. Good drop back to Beardsley. Beardsley looking nice little move around. Trying to send it up top and got kind of a lucky bounce as it did squirt out to Matt Moore. McKissick trying to fight through some contact. Sends it up the middle. It's a bad pass. Intercepted. Her pressuring from behind and a little bit too much contact onto the legs maybe, and it will be a kick. Got right back in by Webster.
Clipped him in the heel, and a good call by the referee.
Sends it back over to Kevin Carrillo. Now over to the outside. A little over 4 minutes into this second half. Bruins have put one more up on the board this half to make it 6-0. Good game so far against Crusaders. Here's McKissick coming out to the loose ball. A little bit of an errant pass, though, as I think his target was Matt Moore. Couldn't get it to him, though. McKissick pressuring the ball right now. It's a good send up there for Ogunbunmi. And it will go out of bounds for a throw-in. With the throw-in now is Fremer, sending it back. Back up to Fremer. So Ogunbunmi over to his left. Instead drops it back for Caesar Carrillo. That's looping out. That's actually not a bad send at all, but it's headed over the goal. That was one of the better chances I've seen for the Crusaders on the night.
Great service. The header was a little errant, and the player tried to kind of pop it up with the top of his head. He needs to knock it down with his forehead.
Cam Lawson, a good low line drive kick. That's over midfield. Well struck. Now over on the outside, a little bit of lost the ball there. Good pressure though from her, and good speed right now from Nunez. Nice touch out to the outside. Still looking to do something with it, cuts it back. Still on the far side, taken away by the Bruins, and he's knocked down hard. Looked like a little bit of a hip check going on there on the outside. We'll have a kick coming up. Looks like McLean will take it. Another good low hard service. There, forward to Moore. And it's going to be booted back out of bounds by the Crusaders.
Everybody over on the far touch line for the Tennessee Temple Crusaders all bundle up. It's kind of tough to come in a game like this when it is pretty nippy. At game time, when we started, the temperature, at least at the local airport, was 49 degrees, probably a little cooler than that now. Free kick put back into play by the Crusaders.
Oh, nice play. Here's Caesar Carrillo. Shot, and that would have been perfect. He had it bending beautifully toward the upper left corner, but he put just a little too much height on it. A good attempt by Carrillo, but once again, like the penalty kick, good power, but bad accuracy.
A little too much, came over the ball a little too much, and like in golf, a pitching wedge, you can put backspin on it or English, and a little too much left twisting English on that one.
Another good kick from Lawson. Kick on the outside, those just kind of popped up. Bruins trying to find some rhythm with this. Hit about 3 different heads in a row. Still has it on the outside. Going to cut it into the inside. He's double teamed though, and he goes down. Still stays with the play though. In the corner. Going to back it back out. Good defense, and it results in a goal kick. That was some fine defending there over on the outside. Good job by Walraven.
Yeah, Tennessee Temple seems to be into it a little more. Their logic in their attacks is making a little more sense than it did. They must have had a good bit of instruction at halftime.
That was a bad attempt to clear by Fabella. And now it's a good tap ahead. Here's a chance for McKissick. Drives it past, but then couldn't get enough power on it to put it into the middle. Good move by McKissick, but couldn't get the through pass. Now Crusaders back on the attack. Carrillo taking it here on the near side. Good send up for Vasquez. Or I'm sorry, for Nunez. Nunez turns. Send back into the middle. If anybody had been there, that would have been beautiful, but there was nobody there. McKissick sends it forward and just put it too far. It looked like Moore was maybe not quite ready for it.
Well, Moore got dinged the last time he hustled over and tried to break up the play, but he got dinged in his leg, and he's been a little gimpy up there trying to get his feet under him again.
Well, hopefully it doesn't last long, as he has been such a catalyst in this game so far. Had a man on him, and good defense there by Ogunbunmi. Now turning around the other way, and good hard defense, but he stays with it. Sends it down to Carrillo. Trying to mark it into the middle. Here's Nunez trying to turn and go, but he had tons of pressure all over him there. No chance. Good send forward. Here's another chance for Moore, and he's offside. He's offside. That was another chance.
That was close.
Another time where the goalie almost would have gotten called for handball because he was, I don't even know how many yards outside the box. But it was offside anyway. Moore was not offside by much. In fact, he's still talking to the referee even as McKissick was trying to bring the ball down the field. Knocked out of bounds though, and Fremmer is going to yield it back.
An offside is called when the ball is struck, and it's one of the most difficult calls referees have to make.
It's one that they have to make rather often.
And generally the speed with which the players are running makes it even more difficult.
Lawson with a bit of a misplay as that went out. Now it'll be a There was a throw-in on the outside, and now they're trying to play it into the middle. That's very dangerous. Now they're starting to clear it out. There we go, guys. Never want to play back in the middle of the box, and there's attackers there. Good send over to McKissick. It's a 2-on-2. McKissick sends it all the way back across. Lots of space, but a little bit of an errant pass. Still able to get to it. Lovelace drops it back. Send back over. Still on the far side with it, looking for some space. Back to Allen. Now he sends it back to Overly.
Swing it wide, boys, in a hurry.
Cave now gets it over to Beardsley. Now we're on the near side. McKissick is, well, he was the intended target, but it bounced off of Cesar Carrillo's. Now McKissick going inside. A little chest pass there by Moore. Sent out to the outside. Chance shot. And off the post and in! What a shot as he bounced it past Garley off the inside of the post and in for goal number 7 on the night.
Very, very nice shot. Very difficult shot, but nicely done. The angle was very, very hard to hit, and he took it off the far post, and it just careened into the back of the goal mouth. Almost impossible for a goalkeeper to stop something like that.
If I'm not mistaken, that was Matt Moore again, who has now been subbed off.
And number 15 is on for the Bruins, and that is Mr. Sexton here, Ben Sexton.
The goals just keep coming for the Bruins, now up 7-0. Just inside 35 minutes to go in this game. And this has potential to be their highest scoring game all year. I believe their highest goal total on the year in a game is, I think it is 7 against this Tennessee Temple team. I know the ladies scored 13, but I don't think they've scored more than 7. Crusaders coming back the other way.
Well, this game has a potential of getting out of hand if the referee doesn't really.
See right there, a slide tackle from behind. Play goes on, though. And there has been a lot of very tough physical play. We've already seen 2 yellows and then a red that got retracted. But definitely a lot of tough physical play and some, quite frankly, if I may say it, some very dumb plays on defense by the Crusaders. That's a good send. He was onside, trying to control it. Chance, shot, and wide and right. That'll be a goal kick. Jordan Allen was trying to make something happen on that one and just couldn't quite get it under control. Had some weird bounce to it, tried to volley it, and just not on target.
The Tennessee Temple team has played very, very hard and very aggressively, and that's fine. They've been a step slow getting to the ball, and if you stay a step slow and add frustration to it, sometimes things don't go as well as you'd like. So, in my judgment, it's time for the referee to really start blowing some whistles here and being a lot tighter, just to protect the players. I'm sure the whole referee crew and all of the coaches want to they have safety of the players in mind more than anything else.
Cook sends it away, and now Hurd getting it under control. Good switch fields over to McKissick. Touch back to Beardsley. Has a little bit of trouble getting the handle on it. Nice takeaway by Carrillo. Carrillo coming back the other way. Sends it over, looking for Fremmer. Fremmer's got it in the corner. Sends it across, and Beardsley gets in the way, but it will be a corner kick.
Good conditioning, I'm noticing. I hadn't mentioned that earlier, but our team, the Bruins, are really playing with enthusiasm, and they're putting it out there for 90 minutes. They couldn't do that. Most teams can at the beginning of the season. Nice clear.
Fremmer actually had a very nice send into the middle. He had a couple chances, the best one coming by Ogunbunmi, but he wasn't able to get a foot on it. Nunez was also there in the equation, but it was low and hard, and I actually thought a pretty decent send by Fremmer. Normally you see him a little bit more high and looping, but he got that one in there quickly. Crusaders still have the ball now on the outside. We're against a couple different Bruins, and it will be Bruins throwing with, looks like a substitution coming in.
And number 25, Cody Lehman coming in for the Bruins. I don't see any activity over on the Tennessee Temple side in their bench. Everybody's sort of hunkered down and gloved up and wearing hoodies and everything else to stay warm.
It's a pass that's taken away. Just another case of not quite going to the ball, as we haven't had to criticize the Bruins about that too much today, but every once in a while. Here's a good chance. Nice drop back to Beardsley. That's well done. Beardsley has some hard pressure on from behind. He's going to shoot, and it's going to go wide left. not enough pressure on that, or not enough power on that to really make a good threat.
Well, if anything, I think the crowd has increased here a little bit. Lots of folks coming out. I guess my faith is weak. I didn't know how many folks would show up on this, the first cool evening we have had of the fall.
Especially with the threat of rain.
Indeed.
Ooh, Allen got shouldered off that ball hard. I think he's going to let it play on, though, and it's going to be knocked away from Sexton out of bounds. And
we've got 3 subs coming in. Number 14, Matt Moore coming back, number 6, and number 13, Beatles coming in.
And 14 is Vincent Wilson. Looks like we have Beardsley coming out. Didn't quite catch who else left the pitch.
Yeah, David Overly left. Number 12 left the pitch.
He's been the sweeper all game thus far, I think. Nice throw into Lehman. Lehman tried to get it around, couldn't quite get it there, and cleared away by Faremmer. Moore is playing more of a defensive position right now.
Yeah, he's sweeping.
But I mean, it's just like in the ladies' game, you know, where you'll see them mix it up a little bit when they were up so much. They put a lot of the, like, you know, Iwanowicz was up forward, and now it looks like they're doing the same thing. Here's a chance. Sent across to McKissick. McKissick has a shot, and good save by Garley. And put it right back across the net. They did a good job saving that one too, but Garley with a good save initially. Lehman trying to get to it. Now it's controlled. Looks like by Stair. Stair sends it over. And just a lot of people hitting the turf, and still in play on the outside. Rolling in, and Garley will just finally pounce on it. Couple good opportunities there for the Bruins.
Sure was. I'm not sure how our player saved that ball and kept it in bounds, but that was just simply superb hustle.
Wilson putting some good pressure on him right now. Now it's dropping back. Crusaders with a little bit of time. Nice fake there, then good pass to Carrillo.
And number 5, McKissick jumped in there. The defender's primary job, particularly at midfield, is not to win the ball, but to delay the forward progress of the attacking team. I'm afraid McKissick forgot the rule.
Beatles to Sexton. Back to Sexton again. Trying to get some separation, and
a foul called.
Another direct free kick.
Quick whistle on the referee there. It would have been a great idea to let play go on. And
it's what, maybe 5-10 yards away from the 18?
Well, if the rules say that if you're giving an advantage, or if you're calling an advantage, and I'll wait till
Moore shot. And nice save. That was a fine shot by Moore, though. Low, hard, and on point.
The rules say that if the referee gives an advantage, and the advantage doesn't take place, he can always call the play back to the position of where the foul was perpetrated and give the free kick. But we had a player that was hit, but he kept going and moved forward and had a great opportunity for a shot on goal. I'm sure the referee thought about that, would like to do that one over. They're very difficult. It's very difficult to do play-ons properly every time.
Here we go, another good offensive chance for the Bruins.
An offside. Oh, he's going to give us, okay. We had a player in an offside position, but the ball went out of bounds. And we'll take the throw in.
Thrown in pretty quickly. Not very deep either, still completely on that right side. Now a good switch field into the middle. Tried to do a one-touch kind of over the head there. That was a very tough play. Wasn't able to get it under control. Tapped ahead by Faremmer. That's a good idea up top, but better defense. Chipped ahead. Working against the other Carrillo, Kevin Carrillo. He's going to knock it out of bounds for another throw-in.
So I was kind of replaying that throw-in, the last throw-in we had in about the same position. I was wondering why our player wasn't offside, and there's an answer, because the ball was last touched or played by a defender. The defender knocked the ball out. So you can't be offside if the ball was last played or touched by a defender. So well done by the assistant over there.
Here's McLean with that running throw. Near side of the box, off a couple different heads. Still around the corner of the box. Oh, Lehman almost had it there for a shot, but just lost it at the last second. Tapped over to Beatles. Beatles sends it up the middle. Controlled. Now out to the outside. Back to Beatles. Beatles has McKissick with some room. Men on him quickly, though.
Good defending there. Nobody jumped in.
Back to Lehman. Back to Beatles. Back to McKissick. McKissick trying to send this one to the inside. Oh, Stair let that one through. That was perfectly to him. I think he thought there was somebody on the outside when that would have been a great opportunity for him to just take that and shoot. A little bit of miscommunication there. Wilson putting some pressure on. Now it's passed over to Cesar Carrillo. Touched back in the offensive spot, and that's a good header by Beatles. Broke up the pass intended for Ogunbunmi. Carrillo still with it. Passes it to Ogunbunmi on the touchline there, and tapped out of bounds by Beatles. And we'll have a throw in from Fabela. Taking his time now, he's going to throw it in. It's actually pretty good positioning on the throw in. Nice pass across, but past Carrillo. He wasn't quite ready for it. Now it's chopping back. Fabela still with it. He has got some good size for a defender, I must say.
He's a stout lad, that's for sure.
A little bit of tussling there as McKissick and Fremer were both going for it. And I think we got substitutions for both teams coming in. It's going to be Stair coming out.
And Woodham's coming back in for the Bruins. And number 12 coming in. Number 12. Didn't think we had a number. We don't have a number 12 in a roster here. How does that work?
Well, whoever it is, he's in.
Number 12 is in.
Oh, well, anyway, Beatles chips it forward. Looking for Wilson. That was just good defensive positioning right there. Nothing illegal about that. Eric Cook with this one now. Cook sending it up the middle. Lehman was challenging for it. Another nice pass there by Fan. Way up top, Crusaders back on the attack. A little under 24 minutes to go. Bruins with a nice 7-0 lead here over Tennessee Temple. The Crusaders still have it, looking for Remmer on the outside. And a little bit of a tangle there is Beatles and McKissick both went for it. Diving attempt, still a chance, and now it's cleared out. That was very dangerous. Very good attempt there by Ogunbunmi, but was not able to get ahead on it. That was a very dangerous cross coming across the middle.
We really missed an opportunity to counter in a hurry.
And Ogunbunmi just totally ran him over, and he was offside to boot. And they're going to call it for the offside.
Yeah, that was a stiff arm.
That was just it looked like he was playing American football right there. 23 minutes to go, and Lawson drills it away. Bruins looking down off the back of his head. A little bit of an unfortunate play there. He wasn't really expecting that one, I don't think. Wilson just didn't quite, wasn't aware it was that close to him. But now controlling it is Webster. Out to the outside. Kind of dinking it around a little bit. Now looking to move it back down the touchline, and we will have a throw-in for the Crusaders.
All season long, I've liked the work rate of Beatles, number 13 at the left back position for the Bruins. He just puts everything he has on the line. If he doesn't win the ball, you can count on him to give it everything he has to get to it or to try to win it. Good player, hard, tough player.
Oh, here's a big chance. Wide left, as that was Ogunbunmi once again with the shot, and Lawson, I don't know if that had been on target, it would have been close. But as it is, it's wide left. The Bruins keep the shot out alive for at least one more shot.
Yeah, Lawson seemed to have that lower right-hand corner of the goal mouth pretty well covered, but it was just wide to the left, so we'll never know, will we?
I'm okay with that. Here's the kick. I will say Lawson's done a very good job of keeping the kicks down. And although the wind has died considerably, there is still some there. That's a good pass to Carrillo. Nice defense, though. Really good hustle coming over. And even keeps it in. Very well done there. Caleb McKissick into the middle. Turning and going is Sexton. Now up to the front. Nice touch by Woodham to McKissick. McKissick trying to send it across the middle. Good defense. pressured hard, and that's a grab. That really should be whistled right there, as McKissick just reached an arm around and grabbed him right across the stomach.
Well, he probably felt he was bumped off the ball, but hey, that's the job of a defender, to shoulder you right off the ball.
Kind of got away with one there. I mean, they still called the foul, but anyway, here you go. Woodham working with it. Nice takeaway. Going back the other way. Just over the head as the Crusaders pushing it down the far sideline. Can they keep it in bounds? No. It will be another throw-in.
Yeah, the conditioning is really, really something. How these kids, it seems like just this afternoon the season began, and here we're in the final week of the regular season. But there you go. We'll let the ball get back in before you pick it up.
And the game has gone very quickly, too. We already have taken out 70 of the 90 minutes. Just 20 minutes now remaining. Bruins lead 7-0. Got 5 in the first half, 2 here so far this half. And have played very, very well. Although they've not looked quite as sharp on defense this half. Probably the lead has a little bit to do with that.
And I think it also has a great deal to do with the number 10 coming in.
John Weiser.
Sims coming back on, number 10 as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was talking about the goalkeeper. We have had a goalie switch, and Weiser is now in. And, yes, Tommy Sims is in as well.
I think Tennessee Temple has made some appropriate adjustments, too. They seem to be knocking the ball around much better, and they've put together some pretty good attacks. They had very few offensive attacks in the first half.
That was a good run through right there. Now Sexton challenging. Good tap back and sending forward. He was looking for Moody there, couldn't get it to him.
Woodham is a great offensive player, but he isn't quite the defender. He doesn't turn defender as quickly nor as well as Matt Moore does at the front. So Moore brings a complete package. When he can attack with the ball and put the ball in the back of the net, but he also, when he loses the ball or the other team has it, Moore gets on his pony and becomes a great defender.
And the good news is that both of them are freshmen. It's always very exciting. Good send into the middle. Sims trying to get around with it. Put it a little bit too far, and that'll be a throw in for Beatles. Ready to go right away with it. Throwing into the middle. Good throw there for Woodham. Woodham is double teamed right on the touchline. Good defense. Somehow got that pass out. I'm not sure how, but he got it out into the middle. Beatles going to throw it in again. Got it just high enough. Taps it back for Wilson. Wilson switching fields. Got a little bit of time, but not too much. Churning in hard, and that's good, solid defensive positioning. Lehman with it now. Still trying to work with it on that far touch line. Good spin move. Cutting into the middle and sliding out and grabbing it. Garley was not going to let that one come through.
Nice save.
As we mentioned, in spite of the prolific amount of goals BJU has scored, Garley really has given a very good effort this evening.
Great ball. Great play.
That was nice turning and going down the touchline. 10 on 10 right now as Sims was working against Fremmer. Chested well and turned back the other way. Vincent Wilson trying to get a handle on it. Passes it up to Sexton, back to Wilson. Looking to go outside. He's got Woodham out there. Woodham trying to steal the ball back. Working against team captain Webster. And Woodham still trying to chase it down there on the outside. Takes it away. Now he's bumped back off the ball. Still has it. Turns and goes. Still has control. Looks into the middle. Oh, just completely misplay, but now a chance for Sims. Sims hit it off the hand of Sexton. And that, yeah, I was going to say that was right off of Sexton's arm. That goal should not count. Sims tried to turn and shoot and right off Sexton's forearm.
Yep. Good call by the referee. And he had plenty of help out there. There were plenty of arms going up, indicating that there was a handball.
As a referee, when you're doing, I'm sure you found that the players were always very eager to help you when it was a call against the other team.
Wonderfully eager to help us.
Sims passes it across the middle. Good pass to Woodham. But another good job coming out just in time by Nelson Garley. He has saved several this half.
A lot of times goalkeepers are a little reluctant to come off their line. That has not been the case with Garley. He loves coming off the line. He loves coming out of the box.
Beatles to Sexton, back to Beatles.
That was a weenie pass. He needs to get the ball over. Strike the ball.
Woodham with it right now, trying to turn and go. He's double teamed. Passed it to Beatles and went off the back of his cleat. Wasn't ready for it. Now coming back the other way to Moody. Moody with some hard pressure from Lehman. A lot of just massive bodies around the ball right now. Now we're going to try to send it. Good speed for Nunez. And he's outside the box, so he's got to be really careful. Nunez coming back around for the shot. Still has it, now trying to move it in, and that should be a corner. That was a very, very risky play there by Weiser.
Yeah, he was actually out of the box trying to slide. If he'd have touched the ball out there, it would have been a free kick from about 18 or 19 or 20 yards away. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Very risky play, but as it is a corner. That's low, takes a bounce, and it'll be redirected back out of the box. Well done there. However, it's still Crusader ball. Trying to move it back in. Good takeaway on the defense. Charging down the outside. That was Woodham right there. Well done. Now trying to turn and go on the corner. Loses it. Back into the middle for the Crusaders. And just once again there, harassing those balls, not letting them go anywhere. Ooh, nice touch. Very well done. Getting the, that was a Cave, I think. Got the instant stop there, but then it's booted out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in.
Yeah, that was Cave, and that was a nice piece of work in there. Happened to be at the right place at the right time, but reaching out, extending a leg and stopping a ball that is stroked pretty hard is no easy task. So he did a very nice job trapping that ball.
Also, the Crusaders have definitely possessed the ball a lot more this half than they did last half. I still think the Bruins have more, but I think it's more like a maybe 60-40 rather than the 80-20 or 90-10 we saw from the first half.
Yeah, this I'm glad that the Crusaders have kind of shown up here in this half. They are putting several attacks together. Now, in fairness, we do have some of our.
Cook lost it. Here's Sexton with a chance. Chips it over. Oh. What a goal by Ben Sexton. What a heads-up play. We saw right there as Cook tapped it back to his goalie. He tried to clear it. Moore got a piece of it. It didn't come out very far, and Sexton just looped it perfectly into the goal.
Just chipped it over top of the goalkeeper. That's the way they wrote it up in the book, and that looks very, very nice. Good heads-up play. And when that's the problem of coming off your line so aggressively, sometimes you just have to read what is happening in front of you. Garley's been very aggressive coming off the line. He's gotten away with it several times. This time he didn't. It's paid some dividends for him, but you do that every time, and sometimes you're going to pay. And Sexton made him pay.
Meanwhile, Vincent Wilson came out, and Ryan McCarty back in the game. Played some late in the first half, and looks like he'll probably, I'm guessing, finish out this half as well. Well, he might come back out. There's just under 13 and a half minutes to go in this game. Your BJU Bruins doing very, very well here tonight, leading 8-0 over the Tennessee Temple University Crusaders. Now going down the outside, Crusaders on the attack. They've had a lot of very close chances to their credit, but thus far, whether by just barely missing accuracy-wise or by some fine plays by our goalies, they have been kept out of the net.
Yeah, it could easily be 8-4 with missing a penalty in the first half, missing wide to both sides of the goal. It could easily be 8-4.
Oh, that's a good defensive play. A little bit of luck, too. Here comes Woodham charging down the side. He's got a lot of pressure from behind, some elbows going down there, and looks like he's still okay, and they will try to see if he's going to. Oh, that's a shove over from Woodham right there. That's not a smart play. I know you're getting frustrated by being boxed out, but not a smart play.
Yeah, don't take the legs.
I think it's going to be a throw-in, though, not a kick. Nope,
no,
it will be a kick.
When the assistant sticks his flag up and jiggles it in the air, he's indicating it. He's calling a foul. Of course, the assistant indicates, the referee decides. The referee can overrule his assistant if he chooses.
That was a bit of a slide from behind right there. Dangerous play, and Bruins getting a little bit sloppy, although it actually looks like it's going to go their direction this time.
Yeah, that did look like a free kick. No, we're throwing it in. Good. Didn't see how that could be a free kick for the Bruins.
Yeah, their guy was on his feet, not doing anything except trying to play the ball.
And he got a little bit mugged from the back here, but
a little over-aggression from your Bruins, but on the whole, a lot of positive things to take away from this game. Good way to get back on the winning streak after that tough tie against Columbia. And this, assuming they hold on to this, which I surely hope they will be 9-4-1 this year. And for a brand new program, that is mighty impressive.
And Nate, we've got this bear walking around here. Or is that a Bruin walking around in the stands here?
It is. That is Brody, the Bruin.
The Bruin, all dressed up and looks like a brown bear. Hope he's not a Alaskan brown. Going to eat somebody if he is. This mascot is greatly loved already, and certainly winning points.
Sorry, here we go. Woodham charging down the outside.
Take him. Oh.
Nice tap back to Sims. Sims, unfortunate. He had Lovelace charging beautifully to the net. He sent it for him, but Lovelace stopped pretty much as soon as he contacted the ball. Now Crusaders charging back down the other way, keeping it in play. A lot of Bruins around the ball right now, though. It'll be a throw-in for the Crusaders.
I thought we had a couple of guys offside, and I thought the assistant let the ball go through to the goalkeeper, which is, if that's what he saw, it was a good decision.
Crusaders still with it on the far side of the field. Haven't been able to cut it into the middle yet. A little bit of a stab there. It'll be another throw-in.
What's the point? I mean, when somebody is going east-west, we didn't need to be jumping in and stabbing and kicking people. Be patient, lads.
Into the middle. Crusaders finally finding a little bit of space, but they're still very far away from the goal mouth. Another tap out of bounds, and yet another throw-in. Still lots of defenders around. Oh, here we go, trying to send to the middle, and now it's just drilled downfield. Which, I mean, when you're up this much and trying to burn the clock, why not? And they're actually going to tap it out for a Bruins throw-in, and we're going to see some subs coming on the field.
Looks like number 7 coming on. That's Lovelace coming back in.
He had a very productive first half and a lot of good plays. Did you see who else came in?
I only saw one player coming off. Maybe somebody went to the back, but I was following. The difficulty that we have is these orange jerseys. They don't take them off till they get 3/4 of the way to where they're going in the pitch.
Sent across the middle. Very good chance for Sims. Oh. And squirts it through. Tommy Sims' second goal of the day, and it's 9-0. That was a perfect pass, and I'm still not sure how he squeaked that one past Garley, but he did.
Great play. He simply kept it hard on the ground. Goalkeeper was going down, but the ball got under him before the goalkeeper could get all the way to the ground. Just a very, very good play. Garley was in position. He was exactly where he needed to be.
Sexton came out.
And number 8, that's Beardsley, is coming on for the Bruins, and looks like Tommy Sims has just gotten pulled. That'll teach him to score a goal. Gets pulled.
It looks like Devin McKenzie is also out front now. First time we've seen him this game, and he's got a chance right here. Oh, lost control of it though. That was a good pass right to the cleats. Lost it. Beatles chasing down this loose ball now. Putting some pressure. Nice try by Moody, but it goes out of bounds. But it's still Crusaders throwing. Moody with the throw. Headed back the other direction. Nice tap. Beatles in the middle. Beardsley with it. Up the middle for Allen. Allen with a nice turn and go. He's got 4 guys there. Here's Woodham. Woodham with it just on the corner of the box. Drops it back for Beardsley. Cuts it across and too high. Well, actually, it wasn't so much too high. It was a good send. He fell down on the play. And still has kept the ball in on that outside. Thought it might go out of bounds for a throw-in, but they kept it in.
Yeah, McKenzie he was trying to move a player out of his way so he could get to the ball.
Oh, here's a good scoring chance, and it's in! We have hit double digits.
Bruins score.
10-0. I think that might have been Lovelace on the outside.
Yeah, number 7.
Yep, Stephen Lovelace.
Stephen Lovelace.
It is now 10-0 Bruins, 5 goals in each half, 2 here within just a minute or two of each other. And even when they're up this much, the attack is just relentless.
We're letting some of the players, Coach McCormick getting in some of his reserves, and they are showing that the Bruins have some depth, and it's a great opportunity for these reserves to get some experience.
Well, the fans who did brave the chilly weather have been rewarded with plenty of Bruins goals to cheer about. And assuming they can hold on for, the clock is not running, but for another 7 minutes and 43 seconds, then we will be able to see yet another shutout. Here we go, Beatles with it. Turning and going into the middle. Tried for the one-touch pass there to Lehman, but a little bit off. Sent and just errant pass, had Moody open on the touch line. Now it's going back the other way. Beardsley with it. Good drop. Just take your time. No need to rush.
And no need for the intensity of a game. When you're down, when you're ahead 10 goals to 0, knock the ball around. Be patient. If you can score, but don't press hard. It just, there's no reason to humiliate another team, and there's no reason to aggravate them into a point of where somebody gets hurt.
That was a good attempt to control it there by Cesar Carrillo. Couldn't quite do it though. Coming in, good tap away by Cook, but
yeah, Beasley went down there and not sure. I didn't see him get hit, but I think he may have.
Beatles, his foot got tangled right after the follow through of Cook's kick toward the out of bounds line. It just, his follow through tangled up one of Beatles' feet and just kind of sprawled him a little awkwardly.
Those are the kind of things that anterior cruciate ligaments can get torn. I always hate to see a player do that and grab his knee as Beatles did there for a moment. So whew, glad he's up.
And that one will go over his head. So watch this one go back to Cave. Cave switches fields.
Nobody there, but that's a great ball.
Very nicely done. I mean, why not? Go ahead and send somebody on the run, burn some time. We're just inside 6 minutes now. BJU Bruins up 10-0 over Tennessee Temple, far and away their highest scoring game so far this season. They won 7-3 back in Tennessee, but they're, and really to be quite fair, Tennessee Temple easily could have 3 goals again today. But just some missed opportunities for them. Here's Beardsley coming back the other way. They've got a 3-on-2. Send forward, that's going to be too far. And good play by Garley. Not coming out too far, letting it get all the way into the box before picking it up, and then a good quick send-off. Well done. Cave, nice touch there. 2 Beatles. Drop back to Cave one more time, and back to Beatles one more time.
Nifty.
Nice little flick. Ooh, that should be a call. Yep, McCarty got tangled up a little bit there and hit the turf hard, but looks like he's okay. Just played it back right away. Nothing wrong with that. Good send down to the outside. By the way, Matt Moore is back on defense still. What a game he has had. Well, really the entire team.
But the standouts have to be, the standout has to be Matt Moore. He brought the whole package today with his A game. He scored goals. He defended well at the front. He just knocked a ball to shoelaces 70 yards away. I mean, what more can you ask?
Tommy Sims also has had a fantastic game. Some very nice serves. He's had 2 goals. Very sharp game for him as well. Here's Beardsley. He's got some space. He had kind of a weak shot earlier. He's going to take a left-footed shot. And that curved just a little too high. Good idea, though.
Not bad at all. 10-0 the score. Who would have thought we would have had 10 goals to begin with? I think the players are exercising some good sense here and not trying to press the issue too much. And I appreciate the way there's a lack of frustration, although there could easily be on the part of Tennessee Temple. They're playing hard, but they're not coming in late or just trying to hurt somebody, and they're showing a lot of character as well. We appreciate that.
It's tough for the Bruins here as Crusaders trying to clear it out of their own zone. It's tough for them because you have such a deep roster. Oh, here we go. Turn going the other way. Squirts it out to the outside. McCarty turns, and that one's off the wrong side of the foot and goes out of bounds. It's tough for them because you have such a deep roster, and everybody is kind of fighting for that starting spot, or a starting spot next year as we come to the end of this year, and just selfishly, you want to score goals.
Sure.
And when you have a opponent that's not as strong, then you want to try to take advantage of that and get some goals. So it's difficult because the coach, you don't want them to run up the score and as you said, embarrass the other team, but at the same time you want your players to go all out and play their best, and it's a difficult.
When I was coaching, I used to, when we would get way up, I'd start pulling players off and make those and put my reserves in, so they really had to work. I would take 2 or 3 players off. You can play with.
That's a great effort. Great effort by Carrillo, and then he goes down inside the box. That's going to be a penalty kick.
Yep, it is a penalty.
That was some amazing effort up front by Carrillo, and then they got the reward with after he got taken down. But some great passing up front, some good work by Fremmer as well. Carrillo, the one that actually got knocked down from behind. And this will be the second penalty kick attempt of the day for Tennessee Temple, 4th on the day overall, when we had not seen a single one in a guys game so far. So never rains but it pours, I guess. Now it looks like they're going to have Nunez. Number 9, Ezekiel Nunez, sophomore forward, getting ready to take the penalty kick. They had Cesar Carrillo try it last time. He missed wide left. Nunez winds up, and it got him guessing the wrong way, and it will not be a shutout as he does capitalize on this one. Kind of froze Weiser there a little bit. He started to go to his right. The ball wasn't kicked very hard, but was bounced to the left, kind of got tangled. Just couldn't get back to it.
Yeah, you just got to guess. As a goalkeeper, you go one way. The Nunez shielded or actually disguised his kick very well, knocked it to the left. Our goalkeeper went to the to his left, or went to the right side of the goal mouth, and good goal. 10-1 the score.
And here we go. We are underway. Just a little over 2 minutes to go. 10-1. BJU over Tennessee Temple, and in spite of that goal, it has been a good game. And in some ways, I kind of feel happy for Tennessee Temple because they've had so many good opportunities. And that was a pretty flagrant foul. Here we go, coming into the middle. It's Lovelace with it. Lovelace charging into the inside. Passes it forward. Beardsley shot it once again too high. Kicking himself for that one as he had a great look.
Touched by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper knocked it high. So nice work on Garley's part, but we'll take the corner kick.
Beardsley is going to take it himself. Make sure it's touching that circle. Here's the kick. Low, hard, bouncing, and it's going to be another corner kick.
Now Beardsley needs to place the ball out of between the around the penalty kick, about 12 yards out. But we still only have, what do we got, 4 players up front, a couple of midfielders standing back at about 30 yards.
That's a much better service. 1 minute. Kind of a reverse header there by, that was her, just kind of flicked the head back, or, yeah, actually might be Ethan Pegram. First time I've seen him. Yeah, it is Ethan Pegram. First time I've seen him in for a while. He heads this one forward. Another beta player. That's sent forward to McCarty. Nice touch. And put forward a little bit too far there as McKenzie was trying to give his teammate a chance up front and just put it too far. Not a bad idea. Inside 30 seconds now. And what a game by the Bruins. 10-1. I'm assuming that's how the score is going to finish out. And unfortunately for Tennessee Temple, they will drop their 5th one in a row, drop to 7-12. Wait, we might have one more goal yet. Back to Beardsley. Another chance. Steps over the ball. Drops it back. Passes it over. We're inside 10 seconds now. Crosses it into the middle. Volleyed and out of bounds. Well wide, and that's going to do it. Your BJU Bruins 10, Tennessee Temple University Crusaders 1.
Well, it has been quite a game. Thank you very much for watching this evening's webcast of the BJU Bruins Soccer. Now, we'll be back tomorrow. That's October 30th as the Bruin women's team goes against the University of Pikeville. Kickoff is early at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Hope you'll be able to make it. And then the regular season concludes as the Bruins men compete against Northland International University. That's on Saturday, November 3rd. Now, match time is at 7 p.m. Eastern. However, the women's match scheduled for that afternoon has been canceled. So tomorrow may be your last chance to watch the women's soccer team on our webcast. This is Paul Wright with Nate Warwick. Good night from Bob Jones University.